What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the #1 crypto classes. If you want to take this complex world of crypto, make it super simple so that you have more success, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button right now, and everybody hit that thumbs up button. Bitcoin is secretly about to have one of the largest bullish formations in years. Today, we're going to get into what is that formation, what does it mean for crypto, and what does it mean for your portfolio. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you have a smile on your face. Hope you're ready for another incredible video. If you are new here, this is where we take a scientific approach to the charts only, looking at the facts, removing all of our emotional opinions, staying level-headed, and keeping it incredibly simple. Price action is king. If you like what you just heard, hit that subscribe button. Join the movement. We are on our mission this month to get 80K, or our road to 80,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, welcome in. We have an incredible video, right? We're going to get into two formations that are forming in the charts. One of them is incredibly large, and I guarantee you haven't seen it before. So if you have any guesses on, if you look at the big picture of Bitcoin, this formation that we've been forming, what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see if you are correct. I also have a challenge to you in our community. We've been doing this 3K likes, and we do an emergency update on Friday. But let's raise the stakes because our community is incredibly strong and we've been destroying 3K. So we're upping it to 4K. There's one chart formation that I just couldn't fit in this video. It was too big to discuss. I would like to discuss that on Friday, but we need you in our community to step up to the plate. 4K likes by Friday, and we'll do an emergency update video on Friday. So go crazy on the like button right now. Okay, we're going to start here. This is Ethereum, USD, right? We've got a formation here that we need to touch on before we get on to what's happening with Bitcoin. If you can see here, this, do you know what this is called? Do you know what this is called? When you have a critical resistance highlighted in this yellow area here. A critical resistance that we keep getting rejected from and forming a low, we get rejected again, form a higher low, we get rejected again, form another higher low. When you have consecutive higher lows after rejection from that same level, this is a classic ascending triangle. The high majority of the time, these break to the upside. These are oftentimes quite bullish. But again, two components to an ascending triangle. Critical resistance that's touched multiple times. Each time we touch that resistance, we form another higher low. If you follow those steps, you can find ascending triangles in any time frame. The reason why I'm telling you this is look at what is taking place currently in Bitcoin. Okay? We currently are forming an ascending triangle. Now, let's dig into it. You can see back here, we formed our first low May 10th, right? Previously, we had touched this critical level of resistance. We'll call this 10K to keep it simple. Each time we've come up to 10K, we formed our low. We came up and touched 10K again, getting rejected, as you can see here, forming another higher low, and then again coming up to 10K, not having the bodies close above, forming another higher low. And this is where we stand right now. We're going to get into some other charts so we can look at this formation from some different angles. And by the way, this is not the major formation that we're forming. This is bonus. So now you're learning about ascending triangles. Now you can see what we've been doing here. I know everybody is, not everybody, the majority of people are pretty bearish right now, at least from what I see. But no matter what, if people are bullish or bearish, Sometimes that's difficult to weigh, but the facts and the charts are not difficult to weigh. This formation is right in front of us, and it's on the daily chart. It's clear to see. What we want to see next is continue to test 10K and look for a break above. We do not want to have anything lower than this, right? If we come up and test 10K and then we come back and form our low down here, for example, at 8.6 or below, this is null and void. It's over. Okay, this is a formation. Now, how do you trade this formation? A lot of people will say, oh my God, Steve, this means I'm going to buy right now because for sure this is going to break to the upside. We haven't completed this formation. If you are a pattern trader, it would be the most ridiculous idea you've ever had to make a trade inside of a formation that's not confirmed nor completed. Now, with that said, how do you properly trade this formation? You trade on the confirmation. You trade on a breakout. For example, if we come up and test 10K, do you make a trade there? No. If we come up and make another higher low, do you make a trade there? No. You would make a trade on a confirmation, meaning a break above 10K with the body closing as support. Notice here, the bodies did not close as support. Okay, we closed the bodies in the midst of 10K. We did not close above 10K with a close. So that's what you look for if you're a pattern trader. That's how you would trade this and pretty much every pattern there is known to man. You never trade a pattern inside of the pattern. You trade on the confirmation of the pattern. So does that make sense? Now, we've learned so far about the ascending triangle, but again, there's something major brewing that I have a very strong feeling you haven't seen this chart formation. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, and I'm going to share it with you today. It's pretty big, and you're going to say, wow, I've never looked at the charts that way, and that's what we're going to get into. Before we get into that, I want to talk to you. Yes, you. You've been thinking about my courses for a long time, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet. You haven't pulled the trigger yet. And we've built a relationship over time. And you love my channel. And you learn more from my channel than any other channel. And you know that. And you've been looking everywhere to try to figure out how to trade better. You're looking up and down through the internet. You're trying all sorts of things, and it's just not working. The answer to your problem is right in front of you, and it's been there the whole time. And the longer you wait, the more money is passing you by with these large trades. You keep missing out on these large trades, and you know that. So I want to show you. If you signed up to the diamond or gold, you would have made this trade following ADA, right? A coin that I love. Now, my diamond or gold, following the simple strategy, whether you're 10 years old or 110, 88% profit in just 47 days. It's ridiculous. How would that feel to make this trade? How would it feel to lock in those profits? What would it mean for your portfolio? How would it feel to tell your friends and family you made that trade? Right? I teach folks how to buy low and sell high. Plain and simple. Buy low, sell high, 88% profit. Here's another one. 189% profit on BTG. Buy low, sell high. Just zoom out and look what happened after we would have taken our profit. Okay? Again, these trades, I stand behind 1,000%. You know I'm a man of my word, as you've seen in every single video that I portray. I'm a man of my word. These trades, if you sign up to the diamond or gold and my strategy didn't tell you to buy exactly here and sell exactly here, you get all your money back. You get all your money back, okay? This is, you know that we've got this 50% off site-wide. You know that my company has been around for 3 years. We've never done 50% off. And you know you've been wanting to sign up for a long time and you never bit the bullet. You haven't pulled the trigger. But today is that day. Today is the day you say enough is enough. Father's Day is right around the corner. I'm going to do this as a gift for my family, for myself, to build for my future. You're going to use these classes for the rest of your life. You've been looking for the answer. You've been watching all of these big trades pass you by, and it stops today. It stops today. Here's how you sign up. You come right to CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Pause the video, look at the link, type it in. The link is also down in the description. CryptoCrewUniversity.com, and you're going to come right here to the gold bundle. This is the one that's been flying off the shelves. If you've been in crypto 1 to 3 years, this is what you get. You can sign up right here, and you got more info of what's included here. If you have any questions, you go right to the contact button, you write me an email, and I'll be standing by to help you. But you've had enough of these big trades pass you by. It's time to put your foot down. Today is the day that you pull the trigger. By the way, these trades, do I mention these on YouTube? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not tell you how to make money on YouTube, and you know that. That's what my classes are for. All right, let's look at our next chart. This is really, really, really critical that you pay close attention here. This has been our trend line for a couple months now, right? We broke that trend line with this close of the candle on the 12th of June. If we zoom in here, you can see that the 12th of June held resistance at our trend line that has been support for 3 months. What does this mean? Well, last week we talked about this close here, 8,600. We said, look, the trend line is one aspect of the trend. The more important aspect of a trend and the more technical aspect of a trend is, for a trend to be true, you need consecutive higher lows and higher highs. That's all you need for, specifically, for a trend to be intact. We've continued to make higher lows, and we've continued to make higher highs, even in this red circle. Even though we broke out of our trend, right? Technically speaking, the trend is still intact. Why? Again, last week we pointed out 8.6. Watch how we interact with 8.6 and look at the respect we've shown to that 8,600 level. Look at this wick. This is a very long wick showing a lot of respect, showing a lot of buyers came in around this level and pushed prices up, and we respected 8.6 and we formed technically a higher low. This is another higher low, right? So the level that I want you to still watch is 8.6. We can have this potentially roll over and come down and form even lower than 8.6. If so, the trend is done. But until that point, the trend is still intact. We just formed a higher high right here back on June 1st and June 2nd. This was our previous higher high. This technically right now is considered a higher low. The trend is still intact. 8.6 is the level I want you to watch over the next handful of days to a week. And hopefully I speak to you on Friday with 4K likes, which is going to be pretty tough to do. But I think our community is incredibly strong, so I wouldn't put it past you. But you gotta form together. Now, let's get to the chart that we've all been waiting for. Here it is. This is 6-month chart. Each candle represents 6 months of price action. There is something incredibly powerful brewing here. And if you left a comment earlier, we're about to see if you're correct. If you didn't comment earlier, you can look at the formation in front of you right now and try to figure it out. Put your guess down below and we'll see if you're correct. Now, this is the entire history of Bitcoin, right? We're going to look at it through a different lens so that it's a little cleaner and crisper. We're going to come over here. So instead of having the candlesticks, we're going to have a line chart. Can you see it yet? What I want you to see is the entire history of Bitcoin. The first thing I want you to notice is that for many, many, many years, Bitcoin has made a high, a higher high, a higher high, at the same time as making a low, a higher low, and a higher low. Technically speaking, Bitcoin has been in an incredibly bullish trend for the history of Bitcoin. Okay? And you can't see that unless you look at the big picture. Now, is that the formation I'm talking about? No. It's significantly more interesting and exciting than that. But I want to take it piece by piece. So we're looking at the differences. If we look at the candles like this, there are 4 components of each candle. So it's a little bit too much information, meaning each candle has a high, a low, an open, and a close. High, low, open, close. So we're looking at 4 data points. Instead, we can come here to the line, which we've got it set to closing price. So we're only looking at one of the 4 aspects, closing price. So it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot crisper, right? So for the entire history of Bitcoin, we've continued to make higher lows and higher highs until recently. So we came up to this pivotal point of 20K, which was our bigger bubble burst. This was our first bubble bursting. This was our second bubble bursting. This was our third bubble bursting, right? And you can even see kind of, if you like Elliott wave, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Wave 5 is, technically speaking, the bigger bubble burst, and waves 2 and waves 4 are technically the bear markets when you're looking at a large picture like this. But let's take it another step further. At that 20K, we formed our higher low, which were good. We've been doing higher lows for the history of time. This is where we took a little bit of a turn. This is where we took a little bit of a turn, where we continued to make higher highs. This was the very first time that Bitcoin failed to make a higher high. Now, if we rewind the clocks back to this time period, this is when we came down to like 3,000, right? Remember, we made a video at 3,200 and we said, be prepared for a legendary rally. We had a pretty legendary rally, but we failed to close above 20K. This is at the time when everyone was really certain we were going far past 20K, and this is when we called out that gravestone doji, which was a major trend reversal, and then we fell down here. This was the first time in history that Bitcoin didn't form a higher high. Now, is that the trend and the pattern that we're talking about in today's video? No, it's a lot more interesting than that. What happened next was we formed another higher low. So for the history of Bitcoin, we've still maintained higher lows since day one. We've still maintained higher lows. This was the first lower high. Okay, so this area here is forming a really interesting pattern, and it's being kept quite a big secret so far, and we're about to uncover it. What I will show you is if we draw from our top trend line of 20K and we pull it down here, what you can see is we've been converging, meaning we've been forming our high, our lower high at the same time as forming our low, higher low, and potentially another higher low. When you're forming higher lows and lower highs, we've got a pattern forming. We'll get to that in a moment. But take a look at this. Let's just say we look at, we'll just move this one a little bit here, and we'll just take a look at what we've been doing here on Bitcoin, right? We're just going to look at this formation. Do you know what it is yet? Do you know what this formation is yet? Do you know what it means? Let's take this out and pull it a little bit further. Look at what's going on here. look at what's going on here. By the way, we're on a boat. Don't worry, if you listen closely, you can hear the water, you can feel a little bit of moving. Don't worry, this is not an earthquake. I am living on a boat right now. So look at what's happening. We've got this formation here, but if we pull out the support and resistance, it comes all the way back to 2015 when we held support here, and now we're holding support as we're converging in our trend lines here. But it doesn't stop there. If we pull this all the way, continue it all the way out, look at what happens. We're coming right up to the peak of when Bitcoin was $16. Look at this. $16, we're holding critical resistance. We come down in 2015, years later, holding support from what used to be our resistance. Is that by chance? No. This is how charts work. Then we come up all the way, fast forward to 2018, when we're holding critical support, and critical support in 2019 as well. And now we're at a crossroads. But back to this formation. What is this formation? Well, there's two ways to look at it. You could easily call this a pennant. What is a pennant? A pennant, by definition, is converging trend lines, meaning we are making our high, our lower high, our lower high at the same time as making our low, higher low, higher low. Historically, with pennants, if you look left, right before the pennant happens is a large bullish move forming our pull. So it's technically, if you look at like a bull flag, bearish or bullish, there's a pull before that formation. And there's clear differences between a pennant and a bull flag. For obvious reasons, the pennant is converging. Now, some chart purists will say, well, pennants are only on short time frames, meaning on a large time frame like this, they say, no, it can't be a pennant. But if this is a symmetrical triangle, which is the only other thing it could be, symmetrical triangles are, by definition, they can break either way. It's a coin flip. It's a 50-50. Where pennants are historically bullish, they're continuation patterns. When you have a pull from the down to the up with a pennant, it's a large break. Not just any break. It's a large break to the upside. Let's make that very, very clear. A symmetrical triangle is a coin flip. It's a 50-50. But symmetrical triangles aren't preceded with a large bullish move such as this. Historically, a pennant will have a pull attached right before. And if it's a bearish, it'll have a large move to the downside, then this formation, which is a continuation pattern. So pennants are continuation patterns. Okay? So this, in my take, is a pennant. Now, in 13 days from now, we're going to form and close our next 6-month line here, which we need to see what happens. There's a lot that could partake in the next 13 days. But as it sits right now, this formation I haven't seen anybody talking about. And, you know, not a lot of people will use a line chart, but not a lot of people will look at the entire history of Bitcoin and use a line chart, but it's very fascinating. I know that when we dragged this out and we looked at 2015 and all the way back to $16 with this same line, it's pretty fascinating. I know that you said, wow, that's very interesting. So we want to see how this is playing out. A lot of times what you'll see in a pennant is a large break to the upside after a pull formation with converging trend lines. So we're at a very interesting point. If Bitcoin still holds, we're going to close somewhere right around here and potentially make our next lower or higher low. So we need to see how this is going to play out, but we're in the midst of this formation, and in 13 days we're going to have a much clearer idea of how this is going to play out. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because it's very unique and very fascinating. Now, we're going to take it one step further with this chart. Okay, we have uncovered a lot in this video. We're talking about ascending triangles, we're talking about pennants, we're talking about symmetrical triangles, we're talking about trends and the facts in the trends. And this is arguably one of the most exciting charts to watch over the next 13 days. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. 13 days from now, Bitcoin has the potential to form its most bullish candle in years. We've talked about it for about a year now, with this trend line holding critical support time and time again and getting rejected. So let's break down the bullish and bearish scenario right now. 10.5, as we've talked about, month after month after month, video after video after video, we need to get above that to really reverse the trend. The first thing we need to do is close this candle as support for the first time in years. Okay, that's what we're looking for in the short term. We may do something special on this day and send out an email to everybody with the close. As the close really counts down to the printable candle, we may send an email out to everybody on our email list. If you want to get on our email list, you can go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you click here, get your free class. So not only are you going to be on our email list, you can get a free class while you're at it. If you already did that, you can expect an email about the close of this candle. It's going to be one of the biggest things to happen in years with Bitcoin, and we're right on the fence. So we want to hold 9,002, as we've discussed in previous videos. We want to hold 9,002. We want to close above 9,002 in 13 days from now. So let me know in the comments, do you think we're going to close above 9,002? What did you think about the pennant? Do you think it's a symmetrical triangle, or are you convinced with the pull and the pennant? I also want to know, do you think we are going to close below 8,006? That is the reverse of the trend. If you see that, there'll be like a trickle-down effect, a domino effect of bad things coming in crypto. So you want to watch 8,006. You want to watch 9,002 over the next 13 days. These are the things to watch like a hawk. Now, this was a jam-packed video, 4K likes by Friday. We will do a video with a chart that's pretty massive, and I don't think you've seen it, and it just couldn't fit inside this video. This video was already jam-packed. So we'll see if we can see that by Friday. If you haven't subscribed, join the movement. We're on search for 80K subscribers this month. We're on our 80K journey. Hit the subscribe button, join the movement. You know that you already love these videos. There's a high probability that you watch all of them and you somehow didn't know you didn't subscribe. If you see a red button's bad luck. You don't want bad luck. Hit that subscribe button. Now we're going to get into Steve's secrets to success. And I've got a really powerful one to uncover today. It's eye-opening, and you're going to love it. Before we do that, I want to introduce you to Lance. Lance is probably a lot like you, where he watched my YouTube videos. He really connected with me. We built a relationship over the months. But he was in this situation where there's so much free content out there, he thought he could do it by himself. And then he came to the realization, well, Steve's YouTube channel doesn't teach you how to make money, but that's exactly what his classes do. And see what happened to Lance next.
Look at things that he said and go and look at the charts that he spoke about. And after a while, I realized that actually there were huge opportunities that had come and gone, and I'd missed them. And Steve kept on saying, his channel wasn't for teaching you what to do, it was just to share some knowledge. And so finally I decided, okay, let me do the course. And I bought just the intermediary course. And I did it. And when I finished, I realized that my knowledge had gone a billionfold. And so I immediately got the advanced course, I got the pro course, and I did them. And that changed everything. I now trade with a whole different understanding. In my first 3 months, I made back what I spent on the course times 3. Now, I'm not bragging about that, because if you do the course, you will realize that that's actually not a major achievement.
Lance said, if you do the courses, you will realize that's not a major achievement to pay back the courses times 3 in the first couple months, right? I want you to listen to that again. You can go to our website and you can listen to the full review from Lance, but so many of you, probably you, are in his shoes. You thought you could do it yourself, searching around the internet for answers, letting these big trades keep passing you by. You're leaving money on the table, more money on the table, more money on the table. After all these months you're watching my videos, you've been thinking about signing up, but over all those months, the stack of cash that you keep leaving on the table is bigger and bigger and bigger. Not in your pocket. It's not money in your pocket because you keep letting these opportunities pass you by. No more. No more. Put your foot down, pull the trigger, bite the bullet. Father's Day is right around the corner. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. You're going to use my courses for years to come. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. These courses you will still be using. You have lifetime access. You have lifetime email support from me as well. So it's a no-brainer. By the way, you already know we have a 50% discount, and I just want to make it clear, there will never be another better opportunity than this to get my courses. There will not be a better opportunity. And by the way, the 50% off is running out. We're on the tail end of this sale, so go to the website right now, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Look at this link. It's also linked down below, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go there right now. Jump all over the gold bundle. This is the one flying off the shelves. If you've been in crypto between 1 and 3 years, this has everything you need to learn. If you're a long-term holder, I've got strategies for you. If you want to learn how to day trade, swing trade, I've got strategies for you in the gold. If you want to learn my customized hybrid strategy and dominate, you will learn that in the gold. If you're really new to crypto, you want to start right at the beginning. You don't want to miss anything. You want to start right at the beginning. That's the diamond, right? More info right here. Sign up right here. More info, sign up, and you're going to contact me right here if you have any questions. One-time payment is the most savings. But if you can't afford the one-time payment, you can break it into 3 payments or 6 payments. Now, if you say, well, Steve, I really want the gold, but I can't afford it in 6 payments. Well, if you go here to courses, you can get the first course series that's in the gold, and you can get that by itself instead of in the bundle. Okay? And you can split that into 3 payments as well. So if you can't afford the bundle, you can get the single courses right here that are inside this bundle. So you can go one at a time like Lance did that you just heard from. All right. So if you have any questions right here, but look, today is the day that you pull the trigger. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. I know you're excited and I can't wait. Now, Steve's secrets to success. If you're new to this portion of the video, this is where we really achieve more success in our life outside of the world of crypto. But if you want to achieve more success, then this is the place for you. I just want to give a shout out to all the fathers out there. I might not speak to you again before Father's Day. Father's Day is this Sunday. It's one of my favorite holidays now that I'm a father, and if you are too, I wish you the best. I hope you have an incredible day with your family. Hopefully, I see you on Friday. 4K likes by Friday. It's a pretty big goal. It's a big bite to take out, but I think you and our community are going to rock it out. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. We're on our mission to 80,000 subscribers this month, so look down there. Hit that button. Steve's secrets to success today is stay true to yourself. In life, if you achieve success, which you will, there's going to be a lot of things thrown your way, and it's going to test you, and it's going to see if you can stay true to yourself, or are you going to be overtaken with greed, which happens to a lot of folks, right? I want to give some context to this, and it's kind of the ugly side to YouTube, to crypto YouTube. And a lot of people probably won't like me talking about this, but these are the facts, and you need to know the truth. I started this channel a few years ago, right? And we were nobody. Nobody knew who we were, and we were just, plugging along. And as we got more people to pay attention to us, people really gravitated towards our TA. Was really different. We looked at the big picture, which was really different. We kept it really simple, which was really different. We looked left, which was really different. We did these Steve's Secrets to Success, which is really different. So we started building some momentum. A little over 2 years ago, we started getting these emails that were like, hey, Steve, I love your YouTube channel. I want you to promote this Bitcoin product, this Bitcoin service, this ICO, this Bitcoin company, this crypto company, this altcoin company, whatever it is. I got all these emails, and they started coming every single day, offering me thousands of dollars per video to advertise their stuff. And I wrote to them, I said, I don't use your stuff. I've never heard of your stuff. What do we do? And they said, oh, it doesn't matter. Just tell your audience that you use it, and we'll pay you. Name your price. Please put us in your video. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is the dirtiest crap I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not going to name names. There's a ton of YouTubers that have done this. We've never done it to this day. Never taken a dime. Never taken a dime. And I guarantee, mark my words, we never will. We never will. But these emails come every day, multiple times a day. And they're offering thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars for me to lie to you, to tell you I use this ridiculous Bitcoin service or this other website, or I use this app, or I use this service, and you should go sign up and use my link, and blah, blah, blah. And this is the ugly side of crypto YouTube. I'm leaving a tremendous amount of money on the table to stay true to myself and not be greedy. I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. It would be pretty easy. Come on here, lie to you guys. Yeah, I use this. Oh, you guys should use it too. But that's not who I am. And if you've watched my videos, you damn well know that. You know that 100%. And we're never going to go down that path, because we're going to stay true to ourselves. And they've thrown some pretty big numbers at me. Steve, please promote my product. Please promote my service. Please. No, we won't do it. We're going to stay true to ourselves. And when you are faced with this situation in your life, stay true to yourself as well. Don't fall for the greed. There's so many ways to make money in life, but if you're doing it lying to people and claiming all these different things that are just not true so that you can take advantage of people on the other side of the screen, that's ridiculous. All my videos are the honest truth, straight facts, only the facts and the charts. Sometimes I have good news, sometimes I have a bad news, but when you watch my videos, you know, all right, Steve's coming with the facts, and Steve's coming with the truth, and he's not influenced by any outside noise. And when you go to my website, are there ads on my website? Hell no. And there never will be. People are asking for that too. Steve, please let me put this ad on your website. I'll pay you this and I'll pay. No. What I talk about on my channel is what I built with my two hands, and that's it. If I didn't build it with my two hands, I'm not standing behind it. Plain and simple. So stay true to yourself. That's Steve's Secrets to Success today. Let me know in the comments down below. If this story resonated with you, you can feel free to follow on the Twitters, Crypto Crew U over on the Twitters. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Hopefully, I see you on Friday. I'm not sure this time. This one's a big one. 4K by Friday. I don't know if we could do it. Hopefully, I see you on Friday. If not, have a beautiful Father's Day, and just have a beautiful time with your family. And I will see you next Wednesday. So peace and love to the crypto crew.